The neon sign for the rusty anchor flickered in the rain, casting a blue glow over the wet road. Inside, the air smelled of coffee and damp leather. Maya, the 24-year-old waitress, was cleaning the counter. She was fast and sharp. She knew every customer, especially the Iron Brotherhood, a group of bikers who came in every Friday. They wore heavy leather vests and had tattoos covering their arms. People were usually afraid of them, but Maya knew they were just men who loved their bikes and their coffee. In the far corner sat Mrs. Gable. She was 82 years old and very quiet. Tonight, she looked terrified. She wasn't drinking her tea. She was staring at a dark SUV parked outside. Two men entered the diner. They weren't wearing leather. They wore expensive tactical jackets. Their eyes were cold and stayed fixed on Mrs. Gable. They didn't order food. They just watched her like predators. Maya walked to Mrs. Gable's table. "Are you okay, Mrs. G?" she whispered. Mrs. Gable's hand shook. "Maya, these men want something from me. My nephew hid a diary in my house with secrets about some very bad people. These men have been following me for days. The police said they can't help until something happens. I'm scared to walk to my car." Maya looked at the bikers in the big booth. Their leader was Jocks. He was a giant man with a gray beard and a face that looked like it was carved from stone. He was laughing with his friends, but he noticed Maya looking at him. Maya walked over to the bikers. The table went silent. "Jocks," Maya said, "I need a favor. That lady in the corner is being hunted. Those men in the SUV are waiting for her to leave." Jocks stopped laughing. He looked at Mrs. Gable, the woman who used to help him find books at the library when he was a kid. His expression hardened. He stood up, and 5 other bikers stood up with him. They looked like a wall of muscle and denim. As Mrs. Gable stood up to leave, the 2 strangers moved to block her. One of them reached inside his jacket, reaching for a weapon. Jocks stepped in between them. He didn't scream. He just spoke in a deep, rumbling voice. "I wouldn't do that if I were you. Stay out of this, biker," the stranger hissed. "This is private business." Jocks leaned in close. "When a lady asks for help in this diner, it becomes our business. My brothers are outside, and they aren't as polite as I am. Leave." Now Bahar outside. The sound of 15 motorcycle engines started at once. The roar was so loud it shook the windows of the diner. The 2 men looked at the army of bikers outside and realized they couldn't win. They backed away, jumped into their SUV, and drove away fast. Jocks didn't just walk Mrs. Gable to her car. He and his crew formed a motorcade. They rode their bikes around her car, protecting her all the way to her house. For the next month, the bikers took turns sitting on her porch. They fixed her leaky roof, mowed her lawn, and made sure she was never alone. The scary bikers became her best friends. Te Kaded Mamaji. When the day came for her to give the diary to the court, 20 bikers rode with her to the city. Because of her, the bad men went to jail. Now, every Friday, Mrs. Gable sits in the middle of the bikers' booth. She wears a small leather jacket they bought for her. Maya brings them all. Coffee, smiling. She learned that heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they wear leather vests and ride loud motorcycles.